Hi, I'm Billy Hix, and this is my story.
He nearly died at the scene. We were told he might not make it through the night due to the swelling on his brain. When he came out of the coma, he wasn't Billy anymore. He was like an infant. He had to relearn everything. He had to learn how to live again. Billy was born in 1962, the fifth of 8 kids. Mom and Dad met while Dad was in the Air Force. In 1968, we moved to Aurora, Illinois, where Dad was from. We were kids of the 70s. It was a normal Midwest life. We built forts, rode our bikes until dark, Cub Scouts, church on Sunday. When Billy got to junior high school, he became involved in sports, wrestling, football, at the same time maintaining good grades and becoming one of the more popular kids. And Billy was also very good with the girls. He never missed a high school dance. After graduation, Billy decided to follow in Dad's footsteps and join the Air Force. His plan was to leave in September. Then fate stepped in. On August 21st, 1980, after having dinner at home, Billy asked our younger sister Carolyn if she wanted to go for a ride on his new motorcycle, a Yamaha 400 that he'd received recently for his birthday. Billy was always a cautious driver, but it was the golden hour, and another driver, the sun in their eyes, didn't see Billy and Carolyn on the motorcycle at the intersection. Billy and Carolyn were thrown to opposite sides of the road. Carolyn had minor injuries, but Billy hit his head on the curb and he wasn't conscious. 6 weeks Billy was in a coma. We were at his side every minute. His friends were in shock. We had girls climbing the trees outside his window to get a look at him. By the time Billy woke up, he'd gone from 175 pounds down to 105. The coma changed him. He was thin and gaunt. Speech was difficult, if at all, and he had a distance in his eyes. He couldn't walk. He couldn't sit in a chair without sliding out of it. He couldn't even hold a fork. But the cognitive disabilities, they were the toughest thing to deal with. Billy eventually made it out of his wheelchair, but the damage to his left temporal lobe left him with lifelong cognitive challenges. After his accident, Billy never missed church. In fact, the church made a trip to Vatican City in 1984, and Billy got to meet Pope John Paul II. It was a big honor for him. It brought him a lot of hope. But Billy's cognitive skills didn't improve, and in 1986, the family moved to California to be near a brain injury treatment center. The treatment center ended up costing too much, and as years passed, Billy fell into a slump. Exercise became difficult, and another attempt at junior college was short-lived. Despite his challenges, I noticed Billy doing a lot of drawing, mostly doodling, surrealistic images of people with twisted bodies. Billy even sketched his memory of the accident. I suggested Billy put his ideas down on canvas. He agreed to give it a shot and soon fell in love with it. He spent all his time painting, and he began to build a collection. I noticed a sense of pride returning that Billy had been missing for years. In the early 2000s, I divided the walls at my studio and asked Billy if he'd show his paintings during the biannual art walks, which opened the doors to thousands of people. He had a pretty good response, selling often and meeting a lot of art lovers. During one art walk in 2004, he was invited to do a solo show at the Haas Gallery in Pasadena. In 2009, Billy was approached by a curator from the Long Beach Museum of Art to participate in a group showing of his drawings. Billy was so proud, and so were we. Billy's paintings are an explosion of color, twisted forms, abstract perspectives. Fun, sometimes bizarre and disturbing. They're not for kids. Billy's influences come from the 1970s comic art and surrealism of Salvador Dali. Nothing's off limits. Billy's work is a testament to the honest, brutal, and sweet nature of his communication. Billy's work has been collected internationally and by some pretty famous people. Actress Meredith Baxter even bought one of Billy's paintings. Billy now has over 1,000 paintings. He really gets a feeling of pride from his work. It keeps him relevant and productive, the same things we all want. I think the reason Billy enjoys painting is because he gets to start over with a blank canvas every time. There are so many possibilities. He's the creator. It's tough on him sometimes. Billy walks and talks differently, and people take notice. You know how people are. They treat him differently. But painting is his safe haven.
To ask what happened, please mask your laughing. For I kept my strut and my pimp grew limp, and I don't know when I'll ever go. But I know this, I'll never miss my chance to pants and sing and dance. Now it's been a while, too long to smile, but I'll be back, and that's a fact. Yes, I'll be back, I shall return, and that's a fact you've got to learn. And I'll be back, and that's a fact. Thanks for watching.